Well, that way we don't abandon any comedic treasures and
Comedic what?
comedic treasures. You know,
Treasures.
the way your favorite West Virginia grandmother would say treasures.
My grandmother's favorite show was Frasier. Frasier.
Welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories, hotties, and constant disappointments, naughties. Here are your hosts, Michael Beck, Slice Hicks, and Dwight Slappe.
Hello and welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty. I'm Slice Hicks.
I'm Dwight Slappe.
And I'm Michael Beck.
So I'm going to kick things off this week with a little hottie that is, what's your hottiest modern world luxury? So, think of all the things that we take for granted on a daily basis and, air conditioning, internet, phones, whatever. The list is endless. But mine is a bit practical. It doesn't have the frills and spills, but it's, maybe some spills. Mine is running potable water. Because if you woke up, tomorrow, all you had was a hut or a cave, what would be the one?
I like if we woke up tomorrow.
If you woke up. First off, that's the first caveat here. If you do wake up tomorrow and you find yourself.
If I was living in a cave or a hut, I wouldn't wake up tomorrow.
You just say, all right. The eternal sleep is now. But no, say, you woke up and the technology rapture happened and you only got to bring one with you. And mine is going to be that sweet H2O. Nothing too fancy. It was a tough decision, but I think that's really the go-to, that we take for granted on a daily basis, at least, given our current climate, where we are in this world right now. So us personally, these three dudes. But yeah, you got your showers, you got your water, you can make your oatmeal, you can do all these things. The possibilities are endless.
So your modern convenience is water.
Potable water. Very important part on there. Running potable water. It's just right there. I don't have to go out to a river. I don't have to be Bear Grylls out here and go out here and roast it over a fire so I don't get Giardia or whatever worms or parasite are in there.
Somebody's been on their word of the day calendar.
I know. I just, my dog had it like twice, so I learned about it. And Bear Grylls always talks about it, man versus, whatever that is, bear versus wild. I don't know. But yeah, I think I take it for granted too much. And if, I can do without a cell phone. I can do without, a lot of these things. Now, there's some others that I'm not going to say because it might be one, you guys might want to use it. But yeah, that water, just to drink it, get my good fluoride, despite RFK Jr.'s best intentions, I love it. Keeps these teeth strong, baby.
Delicious water.
Yes.
I love water.
Right?
If you would have told 20-year-old Dwight that you would love water this much, he would have called you crazy.
Well, yeah.
And then I would have showed him my transplant scar. And I'm like, well, this is why.
Hey, water was in all that stuff that you drank. It just was, it's part of it.
I kept telling the doctor that, and he was like, nope, I still think that's the problem.
Doctor's college boy.
So I get... So you okay? So yours is water, not plumbing. Potable,
running water. Yeah, like it is plumb. It's coming to me. It's I have that water right there to drink. So just running potable water. It just comes right to me. I don't have to go out searching for it. It just comes in. Fill up my glass. I'm good to go.
Okay,
well, not puking my guts out or anything.
You're going so broad.
Okay.
I was going to pick that machine at fast food places that let you pick whatever soda you want. You know that thing?
Oh man.
Which is more important than running potable water, I would argue.
Yeah, I don't know why you picked water when you could skip ahead 100 years and come to the future with us.
That's
And
true.
make-
I don't really drink soda that much, though.
Make your cream vanilla Fanta like I do.
Yeah. Maybe I did go a little too archaic here, but I guess it was a little broad.
Well,
but
if we're going archaic, the answer is the car.
I guess still could ride a horse.
Okay, you can ride a horse for how far are you going with a horse?
Not very far.
Not very far.
I'm staying local. I might, head over to South Point, see what's going on over there.
Slice, have you ever ridden a horse?
Yeah, a couple
Christ
times.
almighty, I have no interest in, first of all, subjecting some poor animal to my body being on top of it.
I mean,
And then what? I'm going to ride that horse to town? I don't want to live somewhere where I'm going to have to ride a horse to get into town. That's...
you could build a buggy. You could do a Flintstone mobile. I mean, think about
he's
it.
got you there. Of course, you could build a buggy.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You could just horse-drawn carriage. There you go.
Me and my Cooper and wheelwright friends will all circle around the colossal Clydesdale I have to buy to support my carriage.
I keep seeing a commercial for a show on HBO Max and the Magnolia channel, so it's great. And it's just called Back to the Frontier, whatever it is. The commercial is they're taking devices away from children and families and then shoving them out into the wilderness, saying, "Here, build a cabin," and shit in this hole.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to film everything and we're going to be eating Uncrustables, but you go kill a pheasant, I guess. I think we should do that.
I like it when television shows are mean to children. I will say I like that kind of programming.
I didn't think it was necessary that they broke all the devices as they collected them, but they did.
It's all for the show.
Collecting all their Tickle Me Elmos and just ripping the heads off.
They're going to get the Furbies next.
Shaking the ripped off head at him a little bit. And...
tossing their Tamagotchis in the air and hitting them with baseball bats.
Grabbing their boppets and throwing them out the window. Don't we make it your dream phone or dream date, whatever that game was.
Melting their fidget spinners down for ammo.
All right, Beck. Yours is the car, right?
I guess it's car because I can't imagine being contained in like a 5-mile area for my entire damn life.
Yeah, I almost went car. 5 miles. You could go at least 20.
Look at me. I'm not going 20 miles.
Split 10. 10 on a good day.
Maybe 10. I'd have to be
nice
really
fall,
bored.
A crisp fall day, not too warm, not too cold. Just go out there.
Wait. Are we talking about Dwight riding a horse for 10 miles or Dwight like traveling on his own power for 10 miles?
My own power.
Oh, no.
Wooden scooter.
Okay, wooden scooter. All right. Yeah. Like a soapbox derby kind of thing that Dwight would have built during the Depression.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I definitely would have built it.
I love modern technology and conveniences so much. I mean, not really phones or the internet. I hate all this crap, but I love conditioned air. I love the automatic ice maker. I love the garbage disposal. And that's not even getting into things like I love the technology of 4 walls and a roof, so I don't have to be camping all the time. But I thought for sure one of you would say air conditioning. So I had come up with other things, but like the obvious answer, especially in August, is conditioned air. It's wonderful, and I would prefer death to a summertime in Virginia with no air conditioning.
You don't think you would get used to it?
I mean, I would get used to it in the sense that when you're dead, you are used to everything. It doesn't matter what happens.
Second hottie of the week. What is the hottiest thing that you absolutely love to do that your partner absolutely hates? It's coming up on that time of year, and I had two choices here. One, eat bananas, because Leanne cannot stand bananas. Can't have them in her home.
It's banana season, baby. It's banana.
Who doesn't like bananas? That was the runner-up. And I know you guys are going crazy for banana season. A lot of people say it's coming up on pumpkin spice season, but not around here.
No.
This is banana. This is banana central.
We love potassium.
But sometimes when I'm eating one of those long yellow boys, I watch a little football, and God, Leanne can't stand football to a point where she could be purposefully just on her phone doing things, on her computer doing things. I cannot have football in on the room because it affects her entire mood for the rest of the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't help that her birthday is in early September, and twice in the last couple years, the first Buffalo Bills game, which is my favorite team, falls on her birthday. And what am I supposed to do? Tell the Bills, sorry, it's my girlfriend's birthday?
Yeah, you can't predict that. We know, every year when her birthday is going to be. You don't always know when the Bills opener is going to be. That's beyond your control.
And most of the time, it's like the first football game is on a Sunday most of the time. One time it was on a Thursday. That was a fight. It's on a Sunday. Who celebrates things on Sundays? You do it the night before on a Saturday. That's what I kept trying to convince her of. And we're still together, so I guess it wasn't that bad. But to prepare for this, go ahead, Beth.
Oh, I was just going to say these are the sort of skillful transitions that the audience just loves. It's what they tune in for every week. I've forgotten the joke. I was interrupting to make.
I'm trying to be a better podcast mate, seeing that you're about to say something, giving you the opportunity, and you just beefed it. You beefed it hard.
I really should be using the hand raise functionality on our recording software.
Listener, we discovered that there's a hand raising button that we can press to let the other people on the show know that we want to speak soon. We're going to not use that probably. We're just going to keep talking over each other.
Yeah. It's kind of our thing. That and medical advice.
But to prepare for
let me ask a question about the football.
Go ahead.
Does she enjoy going to a football game, or like any kind of football unacceptable?
No, she just doesn't like football. She might like going to a game if the concessions were nice. Like, who doesn't like a good hot dog or a corn dog or a funnel cake? As long as she didn't have to actually.
I love going to football games. Yeah.
What about halftime shows? Does she enjoy the halftime shows sometimes, depending on who's performing or if it's a good band or anything? Like,
nobody since we've been together, there's been no halftime show that she had to see. She always watches them, but it's not like appointment, like for the sake of staying up on pop culture.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even remember who was last year. I don't remember who was the last.
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, that's right.
Mustard.
Yes. What she does during the Super Bowl is she says, "Hey, I don't watch it here at the house. I go to my parents' house." And she says, "Hey, text me when halftime starts." So that was my sole responsibility during the Super Bowl. Anyway, the season's here, and it's going to be another uphill battle. So pray to whatever gods you recognize for me. Beck, I can't wait for your answer for this. I just can't imagine what Crystal hates that you do, but I can't wait for it.
There are so many things that I could answer here, and I went with one that might not get me divorced, which is I really love dense, cakey donuts. And I think that this is the donut that everyone should love. Like the kind that if you have like a 100-year-old coffee counter in your town and there's some miserable meth head looking like 80-year-old guy working back in the kitchen, the kind of donuts this place would make. Like I love these donuts. And my wife prefers like more of a Krispy Kreme, very yeasty kind of donut. Well, which again, like you can look at me and know this guy enjoys more than one kind of donut. So like those yeasty donuts are delicious. They're great. But what you want is a dense, cakey donut. And my wife gets, I think, irrationally frustrated with me when I try to tell her that what she actually wants is a dense, cakey donut, just because I think I know what's best for everyone.
It's not that you go out of your way to go get these cakey donuts and bring them home. It's that when she's getting the yeasty donuts, you're telling her she's wrong?
I think the even more likely scenario is my wife has gone out and brought me dense, cakey donuts. Well, she's doing something responsible, like walking the dog and doing our taxes and having a carrot stick. And I'm telling her, you come back here and enjoy this cakey donut.
If you don't eat any of these, I'm going to have to eat them all.
Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty typical Saturday morning, I think.
As you're saying this, most places offer both.
Right.
But they clearly specialize in one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most do one better than the other. That's true. That's accurate.
Like the cakey donuts at Krispy Kreme, they're not nearly as good as the yeasty donuts.
Right.
Have you not found a local donut shop in the Lynchburg area?
There recently a chain donut place from Texas has moved to town that I like. I think maybe I've talked about there's a locally owned bakery near our house, which ordinarily I would love, but for whatever reason, I don't really like this local bakery. So, yeah, it's a bummer.
It's a hard knock life.
You have time. I think you need to search out Lynchburg until you find the right donut shop. I think we're going to put this up as a series of YouTube shorts.
Yes. Yeah.
I think you go into the donut shop, you order their donut. If you don't like it, you throw it on the floor right then and walk out.
Mission donut.
I'm going to try to make all of the other patrons who are enjoying their donuts cry with anger before I leave if I don't like it.
Slice, what about you?
Yeah, I think what I like to do that Autumn can't stand is listen to our podcast. No, I like to... in all seriousness, no, we did listen a little bit on a drive we had recently. Anyways, moving along. But no, I like to watch scary stuff, paranormal ghost type things and all that jazz, or go to like those, ghost tours or anything like that, all that spooky supernatural stuff. And she hates it. Absolutely hates it. That's the big thing that she cannot do. If I've got something on, she'll either ask me to change it or she'll have to leave the room. She will not stick around for it. There are a few exceptions to it, like Stranger Things. She can tolerate that, mostly because, the cast, a bunch of kids or whatever. Surely, nothing too bad can happen, right? Yeah. Ooh, no spoilers. But anyways, yeah. So that's why I'm grateful that my son, Kevin, my oldest son, he actually, well, now he's a teenager, so he's a little too cool for me. But before that, we'd watch some scary stuff because that's right around the corner too. Speaking of football season, spooky season is right around the corner, and
It's already spooky season.
Yeah, baby. I'm ready for that countdown. Those 31 days of October, watching all those scary things. I'm going to do it. Autumn won't, but I will.
Does Autumn, does she just not like jump scares? Is it just unsettling? Does she think some of this stuff is real?
She doesn't like ghosts. Definitely not ghosts. Does not like ghosts at all. Does not like loud noises. If you've ever been around my wife and a balloon has burst, it's like she just watched someone die. But yeah, those are big things. So kind of jump scares, but mostly like paranormal, ghosts and things of that ilk, demons and ghosts and all that supernatural stuff.
Does she think it's real?
In a way, I think so. Like, not necessarily like in the movies, but I think she believes that, there are spirits or energy from those who are, passed on, and some may be malevolent, but that there's energy that still survives after.
Beck would like to tell your wife that she's wrong about something.
Well, of course, and give her a cakey donut and tell her she's wrong if she doesn't want it.
I try not to be this bossy toward women, but my God, how are they wrong about so many things?
Here we go. This is our new segment called Beck Mansplains It All. Sit next to me, child, while I spread my legs really far apart and tell you and take up all this room.
Beck, please tell Autumn how wrong she is about this, as I, again, try to get Slice to tell us the name of the witch that lived on that hill near his house.
I'll never tell. No.
The Michael Beck mansplaining minute is going to be a great segue into my naughties. I'm telling you right now.
Stay tuned, everybody.
Boys, what is the naughtiest thing that you're supposed to know about, but don't actually know about? And for me, it is the sport of American football. I don't really know the rules of football. I am almost a 45-year-old man in America who enjoys television and likes going to football games. I could not referee a child's football game, or couldn't official. Excuse me, I do know that. Couldn't official a child's football game. I have a general sense of what's going on out there on the field, but all the little rules, and I don't know what that means, really.
Your referee was fine. I know not to take the one little thing you thought you knew, but referee's fine.
And I know some random things. I know Art Modell. I grew up in Ohio. There you go. I know every football fan loves Art Modell.
Oh yeah.
Rest in power, King.
Especially Cleveland. Cleveland's crazy about Art.
I know that Richard Nixon, former U.S. president, enjoyed football and played football in college.
Gerald Ford played for Michigan. That's a big program.
Big deal.
Handsome ass Gerald Ford. And
highly fuckable Gerald Ford.
Have you ever seen a photograph of college-age Gerald Ford?
Hey, spoilers. The hottiest president is next week. Stay on track here.
I hope for all of our sakes we're all going with 47. I mean, it's totally 47, right?
Well, if we want the show to remain on the air for another week. Oh, yeah.
But you don't really have a desire to know more about football, do you?
No. And for a long time, I decided years ago, just not knowing the rules of football, this is just a secret shame that I'm going to take to the grave. Because you get to a point where you're too old to lean over to your dad and say, "Hey, Pop, will you explain to me the rules of football?" And you're 38 years old and your dad just wants to not have to talk to you.
Slice, it's our responsibility to teach him all about big American football.
Yes. Every week, after he finishes the mansplaining minute, we will do Dwight and Slice explain football to Beck.
We're really drilling in on how to get the most listeners, I think.
Oh, yeah. Little thing, something for everybody, really. Totally not offensive.
Just wait until I start dropping my mansplaining minutes about football. That's the ladies are gonna love it. Just
Now,
love it.
Beck, at least you know there's nothing worse than being an actual fan of a sport and having some rando try to talk to you about it when they don't know jack shit about what they're talking about, because you're put in the position of being polite, which I hate doing, or correcting them, and then what to what point?
yeah.
But you know
What
who
do you
you
really
are.
gain?
That's what's important.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
Stay
Yeah,
true to
no.
yourself.
Live your football truth.
I'm glad I mined this dark shame of mine for the podcast. This is
Dark
these are the
shame my
sort-
ass.
I ran this idea by my lovely wife Crystal, even though she does hate the right kind of donut. And Crystal's response, of course, was, "No one's going to be surprised by this lack of knowledge."
That's like me going, you know what I don't know anything about is bodybuilding. It's weird, right? No thing.
I don't know anything about styling my hair, you know. What I would really say that I, probably should know more about, but I don't, I guess, from what I've been told of societal norms, tying ties, man. I know this is something, Beck. I bet you probably know how to tie a few different knots, don't you, Beck?
I do, yes.
See? I could tell you all about football, but I can't tell you. I can struggle through doing one of those Windsors. I don't know if it's a half or a full. There's this one that I do, and it takes me about 20 tries, and I finally pull it off. And I'm like, all right, when I take this off, I'm just going to slowly loosen it. I'm going to slide it over my head, and I'm going to hang it over that middle of the hanger. And when I put it on next time, I'm just going to cinch it back up. We're not retying this bad boy. It's stuck for life in this. Just whoop, whoop, like my little bolo tie here. Whoop, whoop.
Slice, it has been a couple years since I was supposed to wear a tie somewhere. And I was like, you know what? I am in my 40s. I've never really learned how to do this. I'm going to sit at YouTube and teach myself how to fucking do this. And I have a learning disability when it comes to tying tie. The spark doesn't fire when it needs to fire. I'm watching the video. I'm doing everything. And then, oh, look, there's a tie in the air.
Yep. Me too. I've watched those videos many times. Pretty much anytime I'm invited to a wedding, I stand there for like 20 minutes trying to watch this 1-minute video on how to tie the most mundane tie knot. And finally, maybe with some help, I don't know, but I get it, and then that tie is stuck in that state forever. Just loose and tight. That's it. It's never getting
I in fact, the two of you may remember this. I went through a deeply regrettable phase in college when I went through more than one, but in this particular deeply unfortunate phase, I was wearing bow ties. Thank God I stopped that shit before graduation. I actually think it was seeing Tucker Carlson wearing a bow tie made me realize, and that's probably when I was still a fucking Republican.
I was going to say, at that point, you and Tucker had a lot in common.
Yeah, well, we were wearing bow ties and looking great, but it was, but the only way I learned how to tie a bow tie was I just had to figure it out on my own, because this was a day before YouTube tutorials. This was the misty past of the year 2000.
Yeah. Bow ties are terrifying. I can't even imagine. I look at it laid out there in a straight line. I'm like, nope.
No.
I don't know.
I've never even looked into it, because what if that's the only tie I can tie? What if that's
right?
What if that's my curse?
The problem child curse.
The way to think about it is it's like tying a shoelace, but
it is nothing like tying. There's no way in hell. I have seen a shoelace and I've seen a bow tie, and those are nothing alike.
When you gave me this prompt, I thought, when I watch Jeopardy, what are the categories where I just glaze over and I can't? One is cars, and I don't care. I mean, I just chose at some point not to know anything about cars. The other one that I had no say over whatsoever is I have no memory, understanding of nursery rhymes. There will be a Jeopardy run on nursery rhymes, and it's like they're speaking Latin. I suppose it's the complete lack of nurturing environment that I grew up in. Wasn't a lot of reading to Dwight at bedtime.
Dwight's parents just laid him down in front of All in the Family on the TV, and that Archie Bunker rocked him to sleep. Uh-oh, no.
One, how dare you make me alive in the 70s? How dare you?
Reruns, man, reruns. Nick at Night.
It was Knots Landing. Thank you very much.
Oh, my bad.
But I'm not going to make the All in the Family joke I was going to make. I'll
Probably for the best.
We should.
We'll save it for the Patreon in Beck's mansplaining corner.
Well,
you guys want to hear a good joke, everybody? One that the normies can't handle.
Today's guest is the late Norman Lear.
Like just late, like last year or the year before, right?
Yeah, he was very old. He was very old. Yeah.
But like Three Little Pigs, if that's a nursery rhyme, I'm all over it. Little Miss Muffet, yeah, but I mean that's it. Like supposedly all the days of the week are assigned a certain, like Wednesday. That's why Wednesday is full of woe, right? That's why the Addams Family child is named Wednesday. But Wednesday's full of woe. Thursday's full of something. Do you not know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, vaguely,
No.
yes.
No.
But I mean, it's not my strong suit either. But
Okay, good.
I
I'm
know
glad
Wednesday
we're-
is full of woe, but I don't know what the other days are.
Right, but there's one for each day of the week.
Boys, they're all full of fucking woe. Let me let me tell you.
Fridays are full of cake donuts and
You know who I don't trust? It's really weighing me down. Is I don't know what this fucking Jack Sprat's up to.
can't eat any fat. Are you sure about
No
that?
fat. Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Right? It messes with his tummy. It does to me too if I eat something too fatty sometimes.
Are you a
it's not
Jack Sprat?
Maybe. The secret's out. Sliced Sprat could eat no fat.
I don't want to be doing a podcast with no Jack Sprat.
I don't want to
I'm
do a
George
podcast
Georgie.
with rhyming.
One of these days we'll just do a whole episode in verse.
Yes. Yes.
Why will my idea for a podcast delivered only in heroic couplets never take off? Why?
I just love that on our current podcast, we spend at least a third, sometimes half the episode talking about what else we could do as a podcast.
Well, this one's doing so well that we just thought we would share our almost preternatural instincts on how to make a successful podcast with other people.
Well,
Come along for our adventure.
I know how I feel as though I have a pretty good relationship with the listener, and I really understand where they're coming from. And I know that the listener spends most of their time thinking about other ways that the show could be, other
They
than
think
the
about
way
it.
is.
A lot. They think about it
Yeah.
like most of the time. A lot of them are doodling when they listen to this and look down halfway through, and it's just a list of things we could be doing better. They don't even realize they're doing it.
The thing that bothers me the most is when they start doodling taller, handsomer podcast hosts.
Oh no, it's Theo Vaughn again. Gross.
Well, that's our show for today. If you've enjoyed or tolerated what you've heard today, share the show with a friend. Write us a review. We're in all the places where people get podcasts.
That's right.
Everyone.
Podcasts it's all video now. Everybody's going to video podcasts. So hit us up on YouTube. Share a
Yes,
clip.
please.
Share a whole damn show.
Yeah, watch all those reels, the TikToks, everything. Comment on them, heart them, send them to your friends. Please.
Become that sort of fan that starts doing your own fandom version of our show.
Don't do it too well. Don't do it too well.
Please. No.
Stay in your lane.
Show some respect, okay?
Well, good night, everybody.
We'll see you next week.
Have a great one.
We love you.
Thank you for listening. This has been Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories and constant disappointments, as hosted by Michael Beck, Hicks, and Dwight Slappe. Editing and production by Michael Sullivan. Our theme is Handel's Entrance of the Queen of Sheba for Two Oboes, Strings, and Continuo Allegro, as performed by the Advent Chamber Orchestra. Crystal Howe speaking.
Where was that bit when we were recording the actual episode?